But first, I'd like to thank the host today. I don't know if Joe is here, Joe Impastato and Impastato's Restaurant. All of us in the club are very grateful to the co-chairs of the 2012 awards banquet. Terry Lowe and MJ Maxim, thank you very much for all your hard work. Appreciate it. A few years ago, the Touchdown Club initiated a special Board of Directors award. This award is not necessarily an annual award. Its purpose is to recognize significant contributions by an individual or an organization for the betterment of the quality of life in our community and beyond, along with the support of the game of football. This year, the Touchdown Club in New Orleans is proud to announce that this year's recipient will be Steve and Michelle Gleason. As you all know, Steve, number 37, played safety and special teams for the Saints from 2000 to 2007. Along with his wife, Michelle, family and friends, they started Team Gleason to generate public awareness for ALS, raising funding to empower those with ALS to live a rewarding life and ultimately find a cure for that debilitating disease. Now, to make the announcements for our regular awards, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the chairman of the Touchdown Club Awards Nominating Committee, Mr. Charlie Hine. Charlie? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be with you, and thank you for coming. We went through our annual difficult challenge of selecting individuals who have had a great impact on football at the various levels, professional, collegiate, and prep, as well as those in the media covering the sport at all levels. Should note that the awards were presented in 2006, so they were not presented in 2006 as we were rebuilding from Katrina. And all this, we have a press release for those of you that we will distribute immediately after this conference. After much deliberation, the committee is very pleased to continue the list of success of recognizing significant media coverage of football. The initial winner was the award's namesake, Bob Roesler, former executive sports editor of the Times-Picayune, followed by a few names that you will recognize, like Diliberto, Finney, Henderson, Daniels, Ali Walsh, and last year Duncan of the Times-Picayune. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient is well-respected 35-year veteran of sports coverage and whose radio, television, and online experience is among the best. The 2013 Bob Roesler Media Award winner is Ken Trahan. Ken's here, and Ken, would you come up and say a couple of words for us? Thanks, Joe. Congratulations, bud.
You know, it's pretty funny when you look at the list and you hear the names that he spoke of. I guess I'm getting old because I think I've worked with every one of those guys at some point in time, with the exception of Jeff Duncan, from Buddy to Jim Henderson with the Saints broadcast, to Ed Daniels, my close friend with radio and for my website. Ron Broccato's here today, and Ron's a contributor to SportsNola.com and does a tremendous job with the Clarion, and there's no one that does a better job in covering prep sports over an elongated period of time. And so I look at that list and I'm extremely flattered because I'm not worthy, but I thank you for the thought process anyway. A long story short, with regard to the Saints, being involved with that product, being born and raised here, it's been just an absolute pleasure and honor to be around that since I was a kid. My first game was the first game, in 1967 on September 17th, the regular season game, and I'm 11 years old. I'm giving away my age, and I'm sitting in the south end zone, and my dad, and I made him take me to all the games. Bless his soul, he's a season ticket holder till the day he died. And there was some guy behind me, and I think he was inebriated. And the whole game he kept screaming out, "We want Collazo! We want Collazo!" So I tapped my dad on the shoulder. I said, "What's he talking about?" And Dad said, "Well, the backup quarterback is Quazzo. He doesn't understand the guy's name." So that was my first experience. Well, needless to say, I didn't miss a game for the first 8 years before I started working a job on weekends. And I missed a few games for a couple of years, but then I started in the media industry in 1977. And have been covering it ever since. My sister was an original Saints dancer for the Mademoiselles and then the Bonamies and the Angels. My wife, Denise, is here today. She danced for the Sainsations, and that was a blessing to be around that for quite some time. My dad's a season ticket holder for life. My sister, Dory, is now, and they live and die with it, as many of you do. And then, of course, I've been very blessed. I've had the chance to work on the Saints broadcast, as I did for 6 years. When I was over at WWL, and then I run the Saints Hall of Fame Museum, and have done that since day one when we started on July 16th of 1988. So being involved on such a high level and being involved in covering all sports, not just the Saints, but all sports for many years, has been great. And today at sportsnola.com, my website, we have over 2.5 million views a year, and we have a substantial cast of characters that do a great job. Lenny Van Gilder's here today, who writes for us. Ron Bricotto, as I mentioned, is here. And then your award winners, Brian Alley Walsh, sportsnola.com, Ed Daniels, sportsnola.com. I could go down a list. We have so many that are part and parcel of who you've honored that work for us and work with us and do a great job. So I'm humbled, I'm flattered, I'm thankful. I praise God for all he's done for me, and I praise you for thanking me and thinking of me for no better reason. Like I said, I guess I'm getting old. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Thanks, John.
Congratulations again. Thank you, sir. I wanted to go back and make a correction. I said last year was Jeff Duncan. Last year was Ron Bricotto that got the Roesler Award. My apologies. So you're not the only one who's getting old, especially when you're trying to read a lot, okay? Football at the high school level has always been a cornerstone of support throughout this area. Very, very strong. The TD Club began honoring excellence and dedication to prep football in 2004, when the inaugural recipient was J.T. Curtis. That was followed by such dedicated coaches as Tony Reginelli, Wayne Reese, Larry DuPont, Bob Becknell, Jay Roth, Eddie Flint, and Mickey Roussel. This year we honor a coach with an impressive list of achievements in his 43 years of dedication to football at the collegiate and the prep level. He became head coach at Holy Cross in 2004 and perhaps endured his greatest challenge as the school was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. And it is because of his tremendous commitment to his alma mater and to the Fighting Tigers of Holy Cross. They're coming back and they're getting stronger. Our prep awardee this year for 2013 is Barry Wilson, who unfortunately could not be with us today. Allegiance to college football is also very legendary in this area, especially in the Southeastern Conference. The competition between student athletes brings out personal loyalties in many ways. As the club began to recognize excellence at the collegiate level, we have honored some highly recognizable head coaches, including Saban, Tuberville, Bowden, Dooley, Stallings, Fulmer, Meyer, and Miles. The Touchdown Club is extremely pleased to honor a Massachusetts native this year who has had 21 years as a head coach. His teams have won 74% of their games and who brought his current team to the top of national polls in just 3 years. The Touchdown Club of New Orleans is pleased to announce the recipient of the 2013 Collegiate Award, Brian Kelly of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And I know there's some Holy Cross fans out there that are extremely excited about Notre Dame and Holy Cross being on at the same time. Finally, our most tenured award, the Pete Rozelle Award, excuse me, is presented in recognition of significant contributions to the National Football League. Our initial award recognized the namesake, obviously, Pete Rozelle. Over the last 20 years, we have found and honored virtually a who's who of professional football, including owners like Dan Rooney, Wellington Mara, Art Modell, Ralph Wilson, Tom Benson, and then a few GMs like Jim Finks, Tex Ram, Ernie Accorsi, Ron Wolf, Carl Peterson. Some of the coaches included guys like Landry, Shula, Levy, Walsh, Lombardi, Vermeil, and even a referee by the name of Mark Bright, and from the NFL, Don Weiss and Jim Steig, along with former player and broadcaster Pat Summerall, plus the man who changed the filming of NFL games, who just died recently, Steve Sable. It is with a great deal of pride and pleasure on behalf of the Touchdown Club that I announce the award winner for 2013 is an individual who began his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. He moved then to the Canadian Football League, where he built the Grey Cup winning teams with the Alouettes in Montreal, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He began to make his mark on the NFL when he built the Buffalo Bills, who participated in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. As the GM of the expansion Panthers, he quickly built an NFL championship in only his second year. But in 1997, he signed on as president of the Indianapolis NFL franchise and drafted a young man from our city who led the Colts to just tremendous greatness. Today, he serves as an analyst with ESPN, and for his service to pro football and his long-term dedication to the game we love, the Touchdown Club is very pleased and proud to present the 2013 Pete Rozelle Award to Bill Polian. Now, ordinarily, we would have our Rozelle Award winner at least on long distance to talk with us, but unfortunately, Bill with ESPN right now is on his way to Indianapolis for the Combine. So he sent the following message. I'm very honored to be chosen as the Rozelle Award winner for 2013. While my accomplishments do not come near those of previous honorees, I'm nonetheless thrilled to be in their company. I would like to thank the club for this accolade. My family and I look forward to sharing a wonderful night with all of you on March the 9th at the banquet. So we congratulate all of our winners today, and ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our press conference. There are copies. Thank you. There are copies of the press release over there that, wave your hand up there, lady. There she is over there. And we thank you for your support of the Touchdown Club and our 2013 awards. And we hope that you will join us on Saturday, March 9th at 6:30 p.m. at the Windsor Court Hotel. Thank you so much.